Premature death. My failures in the dating arena. I had been out of the dating arena for so long that I wasn't sure whether my vintage guide to this thing still applies to the modern-day setting. That notwithstanding, driven by both instinct and desire, I took a leap of faith with the fear of rejection lurking at the back of my mind like a wife eavesdropping on her husband's text chat. I have never been the kind of person who, upon being struck like thunder by the beauty of a lady, do I walk to them, say hi and request for their contact. Beyond the fright of rejection, the pessimist in me has always been quick to wonder whether this immediate infatuation will last, whether I will like that person when they aren't wearing what I've liked them in, if the setting were to be different. Outside the rare circumstances of love at first sight, I prefer to see someone over a period of time, know them a little from a distance, that by the time I walk up to them, I am a total stranger. I imagine that perhaps by then, we have said hi to each other a couple of times, that if I wanted to engross them in a 2 to 5 minutes chit-chat, they wouldn't appear desperate to end that engagement. I like the friendly approach, try to nurture a friendship of some form, see if I can strike an actual conversation with someone while tracing out any commonalities or a few things I like about them beyond their magnetic physical attractions. Sometimes, I have been lucky to spot a few deal breakers early in time before I fall in too deep. And yet, more recently, after nearly a 5-year break, I was treated to a new reality when I took a leap of faith and dipped my cold feet and old-school self into the dating arena. Reluctantly, I had prepared my heart to love again one last time after being reminded that love is for those that have been hurt before but still have the courage to try again. I was out on a date with this belle of a Samaya girl called Layla, who I had known for about 2 months. During that time, we had been out on about 3 dates and had a sleepover at my place. To kill your quick, pathetic imaginations, nothing like consummating relationship happened, but we did kiss and cuddle a bit. In a simple gesture of being a gentleman, I surrendered my bed and relegated myself to the couch for what turned out to be a very uncomforting night of sleep. In our subsequent conversations, she had been appreciative of the gesture. Nonetheless, a part of us both also hoped we had done it. While on a date, nearing the end of our night out, as she licked her ice cream spoon clean, she posed, looked me straight in the eyes, her fairly long forehead lit up by the warm light bulb hanging above her head, and asked a fundamental question. At least she thought so. Gerald, what were we doing? Like a baby, looking at her babysitter who had been away for about a month, I gazed at her in wonder for a moment, caught myself breathing in before I answered. We are in the process of getting to know each other. It's only been 2 months, and this is our 3rd date, I said. Layla looked at me with a pinch of disappointment in her eyes that summed up what she was about to say. I'm not looking for somebody who just wants to know me. I want a relationship. So, if you're ready for a serious relationship, you will call me, she noted. How do I know I want a relationship with you? How do I know you want one with me? Isn't that the essence of all this, the dates, the sleepover you had, us getting to know each other that leads to that? Isn't that the foreplay before the actual game? Don't we grow in love? Me discovering that the more I get to know you, the more I like you. Isn't that how we grow into a relationship, the kind that you say you want? Or are we supposed to just meet, I confess that I like you, or that I'm attracted to you, have a 2-hour-long conversation, and say we are doing this? That we are now in a relationship. Please indulge me, school me, how does this work? At that very moment, I could only speculate in my mind about the source of what this whole conversation was about. Was it because I hadn't formally asked her to be my girlfriend yet? Was I taking too long to say the 3 magic words? I love you. My mind raced with a few questions that intuition deemed not right to ask at that particular moment. As we continued having this conversation, my brain took me on a flashback down memory lane, reminding me that this very scenario is nothing but a replica of one I'd had about 4 months back, only with a different face seated before me at a different restaurant. Ever sat there, watch a moment play out, and you think to yourself, I've been here before, or am I hallucinating? You look back, and all you can see is a moment replaying itself like you've just rewind a scene in a movie. Something very similar had happened to me with a Musoga girl I had met through a group of mutual friends. Beyond her pretty smile that exposed her diastema, I had been sold on her kempt fingernails and chignon hair. After a few weeks of us getting acquainted with each other, rolled under the sheets a couple of times, she too had posed similar questions before our communication died a slow death along with everything else that I hope we would be. Is it me, or am I missing something? Is there anyone with an updated dating manual to help me out? Because it seems I'm failing to lock down a Gen Z in the dating arena. Hi everyone, this is Robert K. Circles. Thank you so much for tuning into the podcast today. I really appreciate you taking the time to listen. I hope you enjoyed this story. If you did, I'd be incredibly grateful if you could take a moment to subscribe to the podcast so you don't miss any future episodes. Give us a like on your favorite podcast platform. Leave a comment letting us know what you thought. We love hearing your feedback. And if you know someone who might enjoy the show, please share it with them. Your support means the world to me and helps us reach more listeners. Thanks again for being a part of the Robert K. Circles community. Until next time, take care.